Hi there. Today I'm going to talk to you about the first lesson of maths, so Monday's maths, and this lesson is going to be about perimeter. So first of all, one of the skills we need to know before we start learning about perimeter is measuring. So I put a few little activities to practice your measuring. Maybe you can measure some objects in your workspace. Maybe you can measure some pencils. Don't measure a ruler. Measure your book, that kind of thing, and just practice measuring accurately, because that's pretty important for what we're going to do next. Right, I'm going to share the work with you now. So here it is. So, first activity, can you see that what is the length of each line? So here's a cutout of a ruler. Can you see that the line doesn't start at the start of the ruler? There's a little bit of plastic before the measuring starts, and that's really important. You can see it at the end there as well. If I go down there, again there. So you have to measure from the zero line, not the start of the ruler. Okay, so that's the first skill. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be able to do that pretty easy. We've already done quite a bit of measuring in year 5. Therefore, that's something you can do. So section 2, so this is review. That's something that you should be able to do already. You've done already. So that's the review section. Section 2 is guided practice. So the guided practice is talking about perimeter. Do you know what perimeter is? Maybe you can tell someone that's around you, brother, sister, mum, dad, whoever's about. Try and tell them what perimeter is before you read the next bit. Okay. So it says here what perimeter is. Okay. If you're not sure about that, have a read. Make sure you understand it. Next bit is work out the perimeter of each rectangle. Okay. So it says here, I'll tell you. Okay. Perimeter is a measurement of the outline or outside of an object. Yeah. To find the perimeter, you must measure the length of each of the sides and then add them together. I think a perimeter fence is a fence that goes around the outside of a prison. So that's a use for that word, perimeter fence. So the perimeter of your garden is the bit that is yours. Okay, so around the side. So the perimeter of this piece of paper, I'll go back, is around each side. And the perimeter is measured in units of measure. So if that person's around again, can you tell them a few different units of measure? They can be little ones, tiny little ones. They can be slightly bigger ones. They can be huge ones. Okay, so yeah. But today we are working in, so I hope you've told everyone what those units of measure are, in centimeters, okay, and millimeters. So here, work out the perimeter of these rectangles. This is easy because you can count. You can count the squares. So this side is 1, 2, not telling you the answer, and it's a square. So you should know that a square has all the sides are equal. So what you would do is you would add this side, this side, this side, and this side all together, and that would give you perimeter in centimeters. Same with this one. 2, 7. This one will be this one, this one. Add all those together. That will give you the perimeter. Perimeter will be in centimeters. Same with this one. It's a long, thin one. Okay, so yeah. Now, next, section 3, independent practice. So this is stuff you should be able to do on your own. It's not too different to guided practice. So I've helped you a little bit with these. For the next ones, so now you're going to make some rectangles and work out their perimeter. Find a piece of paper and then you can cut it up. Decide on the length of the side and measure accurately. Then cut the rectangle out. Now calculate the perimeter. So I want you to measure accurately, cut out some rectangles. So draw a rectangle, okay? Measure it really, really accurately, and then cut it out. And then I want you to tell me what the perimeter of that rectangle is. Maybe you can do a few of those. If you're enjoying it, do some more. But some big ones, some small ones, some thin ones, whatever. Okay. So second, 2 puzzle questions. Draw 2 different rectangles with a perimeter of 10 centimeters. Okay. So all the sides have to add up to 10 centimeters, and it has to be a rectangle. So think about the features of a rectangle. Can you draw a square with a perimeter of 12 centimeters? So think about that. So all the sides have to add up to 12. Can you draw a regular pentagon with a perimeter of 15? So there's a few questions there. A pentagon, how many sides has a pentagon? It's a regular pentagon, so all of those sides and angles are equal, and it has a perimeter of 15. So what is the length of each side? Okay, so that's pretty important. So those questions you should be able to do. Right, okay, so let's go back. So challenge questions, so these are a bit harder. So this sort of slightly, I've chucked these in because they slightly go in to what you are going to do tomorrow. Okay, so here is a different shape. Okay, so it's not a sort of a regular shape. Okay, it's a combination of 2 shapes. So we've got a little square on a rectangle, really, and there's a special name for those, but I'm not going to tell you because that's going to spoil tomorrow's lesson. And so again, what do you add up to find perimeter? You add up all the sides to find the perimeter. Okay, so you add up this one, this side, this side, this side, this side, and do not forget any of them, otherwise the answer is going to be wrong. This one. Now, work out the missing lengths and label it. This is a little bit trickier. I am not going to tell you this because that will definitely spoil what we're doing tomorrow. So this one's might be a little bit of a brain teaser. Okay, but I'm going to leave that with you. So you can see here, we've got the length of this side and this side, so these. We don't have the length of this side here, okay? This little bit here. But we've got this one and we've got this one. So if we've got that one and that one, what's that one? Okay. And then, same here. We've got this side here, so the 4 centimeters here, and here we've got 5 centimeters, all right? But we haven't got this long side. So what's the relationship between this one, these two, and this one? Okay, I'll leave that with you. And that's it. Have fun.